Hey guys, I got a quick, I'm not even going to say quick anymore, um, video. I want to show you my smoothest and roughest knife. And by rough, I mean the opposite of smooth, or, yeah. Alright, so, smoothest knife, CRKT Ripple. Check this out. Barely going to touch it. Yeah. Let me wipe it off real quick. Sweet, sweet blade, guys. Very elegant looking blade. Only like $30, I think. Walmart find. And actually, I've heard that this is better than the $50 version. So I'm pretty amazed. There's a liner lock 14 CR version. Aluminum handle version. Really nice. IKBS system, just like the more expensive one. Yeah, and I took this thing apart. It took me like 2 hours, like an hour and a half to put it back together. The IKBS system, do not take it apart. Just pour oil through the side. Don't even try. It was a pain. It was a nightmare to put all those little ball bearings back in place and then do it so carefully so they don't fall out. And then they do fall out, and they have to take it apart again and then put it back in, and then, oh my god. But yeah, it's a sweet knife. But you barely have to touch it, and it flips open like a dream. Like, smooth as glass, guys. Yeah, guys. Whoops, I closed it too fast. You see how it bounced back when I closed it? That's because it went too fast. Now, if you barely touch it, it closes. Now, I'm gonna show you my roughest knife, like I said, opposite smooth. This is my brand new Kershaw CRYO. Now, this felt rubbery, like the action felt rubbery. But before I get into the negative, let's get into the positive. Really nice titanium nitride coating that has not rubbed off, and I actually carried some keys in the same pocket as this. And when I pulled it out, I was like, oh my goodness, it has scratches all over it. But in reality, they all just freaking rubbed off. So this stuff is amazing. And I kind of gave it away right there. But this thing had a torsion bar for the speed safe assisted opening. And I hated that. I hate assisted opening with the passion. Unless it's barely noticeable, then I hate it. Now, this thing had such a freaking strong torsion bar. I mean, it was unbelievably strong. I couldn't even close it with one hand. That's how strong that thing was. So I took it apart, and I checked it out. I was like, I took out the torsion bar, put it back together. I'm like, this thing is impossible to flip open now. As hard as I try, it's not going to flip open. Nope. Nope. I was like, okay, I have to put this thing back together. Put it back together. I'm like, and it flips open. Like, you have to put a lot of force on the flipper for it to flip open. And then I'm like, no, I'm not going to keep this torsion bar in here. Or I'm not going to keep this strong. So I took it out, annealed the torsion bar, and then put it back in. Tried it again. Still super hard. Not as hard, like half as hard. But then it gets stuck, like right here. It wouldn't flip open anymore with the torsion bar. I'm like, what the heck? Take it back out, and I heat treat it with the torch. Put it back in. Still doesn't flip open all the way. Flips open a little bit further, but not the whole way. And so I'm like, okay, I need to heat treat it better to a higher RC. Take it back out, harden it, and then I'm like, maybe I don't need to soften. Maybe if I don't soften it this time, maybe like if I don't temper it this time, as much, it won't. It'll flip open all the way. You do that, and then it freaking just snaps into 3 pieces. The whole torsion bar. I'm like, crap. Throw it away, and then I'm like, dang, what am I gonna do? This thing doesn't have a detent ball, so I can't flip it open manually. Keep trying and trying and trying, and eventually figure it out. It takes a little bit. Like at first, I was like, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. Almost. There we got it. And then I kind of figured out the quick, fine motor movement that you can do. And it flips open. And I just failed right now, but just kind of like get used to it, and then there you go. And then you can pretty much unlock it like that, which I like. And the stupid thing is, it has a freaking ball bearing system. I mean, not ball bearing. It has a detent ball, but it doesn't have a detent. And then it has like a detent sort of thing right here when you're about to close it. But I mean, isn't that hard to drill a little tiny hole on the side of the blade so this thing can flip open? I mean, come on. Yeah, that's my biggest complaint right there. They could have drilled it. Now, I wanted to put a detent pit in there, but I don't. Drill bits won't drill through hardened steel, so I need some carbide bits, and they're like $30 a piece. So I'm like, I can't do that. And then the thumb stud wouldn't work either. I mean, you barely put any pressure, and it'd be like a little bit out. Like, check this out. Like, barely gonna touch it, and it comes open. But I figured it out after playing with it for so long. You put the pressure and you aim it towards the pivot. Check this out. Flips open. Even without a freaking detent, I can do it now. Check that out. That's sweet, guys. Whoops, failed that time. Sweet. Now, yeah. Now, it doesn't have a torsion bar, and I'm glad it doesn't, because it does not need one. I hate the freaking assist, and wow, I didn't even mean to do that, but I guess I'm getting too good at opening knives in different ways that I figured out like different ways to open knives, like this like weird, it's like a 1/2 motion, and it flips the knife open. You can do that with pretty much any blade, so that's pretty sweet, and it works with this one. And then the flipper, just fine motor movement like that will open it up. Check that out. And this thing is super freaking ergonomic. The scales are always kind of warm, so it's good. They're never really frosty cold. Jimping is perfect. I mean, it's that kind of bumpy, bubbly type jimping, and it's the best type of jimping, I think. It's not the most grippy, but it's definitely not going to make your thumb sore after cutting. Some people, they're like, no, I need really aggressive jimping. They go to use it, and like, oh my god, my thumb is so freaking raw now. But this stuff is perfect. Perfect grip. You got a flipper, acts as a what's it called? A finger guard, 4-finger grip with that little freaking sweep in the back. As for the pinky, you got a freaking overextension thing. Forget I don't know. It's an overextension disc or something like that. This knife is pretty much perfect in every other sense. As a 4-way deep or medium carry pocket clip positions, and tip up, tip down, right and left side carry. Nice pocket clip, and nice what's it called, thumb stud, and the access you have to the lock bar is great. It's perfect. Lockup right now, it's about a little bit before halfway, but I mean, this thing's a rock. Look at how thick that frame lock is. This thing's a rock. No blade play whatsoever. This thing's a beast. I love it. And it's a tank compared to this thing. I picked this thing up. I'm like, am I even holding a knife? Look at this. It's like a feather. It even looks like a feather. They should call this the feather. Why the ripple? They should call this the CRKT feather. Look at super light, like an ounce, and then it's like, am I even holding a knife? Yeah, guys. Both awesome knives, and I guess I just reviewed them, but I might do in-depth reviews of each one. But enough said. Long enough video. Take care, guys. Take out that torsion bar. Definitely not going to be disappointed. If you take it out, just play with it for a while, and you'll get that flipper motion. And aim the thumb stud towards the pivot, and it will flip open. Alright, guys? So that's all I got for you guys. One last thing though. This pocket clip came so tight I couldn't even lift it off the freaking frame. So I had to take it off, and I had to pull it, and then I overextended it. So what I do when I overextend it is I flip it, screw it back on backwards, and bend it back down to the perfect. Now it's freaking perfect. You see, deep carry pocket clip if you put it on tip down carry, but normal or medium deep carry, or not deep, just normal carry pocket clip. And yeah, this clip is phenomenal. I love it. Nice, awesome. Definitely recommend it. It's like a ZT. It's like the budget ZT. Is this like, if you have the ZT 560, you need to get yourself one of these freaking workhorses. Alright, guys? That's enough talking from me for one day. So, take care, guys. See you guys later.